Hi, I'm Yati, and if you know anything about me, you know that I'm a huge fan of the band BTS. Over the years, I've noticed that their song Spring Day is the paragon for their lyricism overall. This presentation is going to explain why. But first, some background information. BTS is a 7-member South Korean boy group. They debuted June 13, 2013, and so far have 14 albums out, excluding mixtapes, Japanese albums, and other side projects. They have 7 EPs, 4 LPs, and 3 repackages. Spring Day is a song off of their second repackage released February 12, 2017, called You Never Walk Alone. It was an extremely well-received song, won Song of the Year, and has actually never left the main Korean music charts. In fact, here's a picture of it on the Melon Music chart on May 6, 2020, more than 3 years since it came out. Now, the reason why I think this song represents BTS's lyricism so well is because I think it contains all the aspects that make BTS's lyrics successful. Allusions, symbolism, social commentary, all wrapped up in nice wordplay and double meanings. In his book Decoded, Jay-Z talks about how, for any image or symbol or creative act to mean something, it has to touch something deeper, connect to something true. A poet's mission is to make words do more work than they normally do, to make them work on more than one level. I think BTS understands this concept really well. Since they write their own lyrics, from the very beginning, their mission has always been to tell true, deep stories that resonate with people. In fact, the logo of their company plays before every one of their music videos, and underneath it says music and artist for healing, and that exactly describes who they are. Jay-Z also says in his book, there are always deeper layers of meaning buried in the simplest verses. I call them Easter egg hunts. Great rap should have all kinds of unresolved layers that you don't necessarily figure out the first time you listen to it. Again, I think this really well applies to BTS because all of their lyrics contain many layers of meaning. Not to mention you have to look at translations if you don't speak Korean. So as the great director Bong Joon-ho once said, let's overcome the 1-inch-tall barrier of subtitles and take a deep dive into BTS's lyrics so we can understand why Spring Day is such a good representation of them. One of the main things that BTS includes in their lyrics is references and allusions. By this I mean that their discography contains tons of references to literature, as well as folklore, mythology, and even movies and TV shows. Spring Day is no different, as is evident in this first verse of the song. So in this verse, the main reference that's being made is to Bong Joon-ho's movie Snowpiercer. This movie is about a train that runs around the world as the Earth is plunged into a perpetual winter. Rapper RM equates that hopeless feeling to the feeling of loss and missing somebody. There's also a subtle reference made to the book The Ones Who Walk Away from Omelas within the music video. Another way that BTS puts meaning into their music is through imagery, symbolism, and metaphors, especially extended metaphors. For example, the song 134340 is about Pluto. Their entire Wings album centers around the idea of flying and wings. The song Sea from Love Yourself Her is about the dichotomy between a desert and an ocean. And the song Microcosmos from Map of the Soul Persona, you guessed it, is about the cosmos and equates fans to stars. The song Spring Day is built around metaphors, as you can see from this verse. So of course the symbolism here is seasons. BTS compares the sad feelings of missing someone and loss to the winter, and the feeling of getting to see them again and hope as spring, since spring and cherry blossoms represent rebirth and the passage of time. So in this song, BTS says that eventually the seasons have to change and eventually we will see each other again. The music video is also a callback to the movie Snowpiercer that I mentioned before, because, spoiler alert, at the end of the movie, one of the characters realizes that the Earth is finally warming up and the eternal winter is coming to an end. BTS also infuses meaning into their music through social commentary, and this is something that they're very well known for. Their songs often touch upon issues facing the youth or just generally issues facing society. Here's a list of examples: the generation gap, the wealth gap, self-love, school, feminism, societal expectations, and hate culture. The song Spring Day also contains a ton of social commentary. I don't have a clip for this section, but here are some lyrics that tell the story. On first glance, these lyrics tell a story of heartbreak, but if you look again, there are some slightly darker connotations to these words. In fact, this song is not talking just about heartbreak, but about death and suicide. This is further emphasized by the music video, which contains images like the member V kneeling on train tracks, and at the very end, a young kid's sneakers hung up on tree branches, which in many cultures symbolizes death. But it doesn't stop there. This song actually has 3 layers of meaning, because not only does it talk about death, but it specifically talks about the death of hundreds of young people in an event called the Seoul ferry disaster. This song and this music video is not only a tribute to loss and to death, but specifically to those school children, which is seen in images like member Jimin in front of the ocean, and the member Jungkook in front of a carousel with yellow ribbons tied on it. And so through the social commentary in the song, through the imagery and the metaphors, and through the references to Snowpiercer and other literature, this song has become one of BTS's most successful and most famous. It's a perfect representation of everything that makes BTS's lyrics good, and it's no wonder that the song has never left the Korean music charts in over 3 years.